Alright, welcome back. Buhari expresses shock, says it's amazing Asuu stayed out of classrooms for so long. Alright, the news in detail. President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed his surprise and displeasure over the ongoing strike by the Academic Staff Union of University, Asuu. The academic union had earlier gone on strike in March 2020 due to demands for increased funding for public universities and renegotiation of the 2009 federal government/ASUU agreement. According to the president, the fact that the lecturers have failed to suspend their 8-month strike is an amazing one. Regarding the issue, the Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity to the President, Garba Shehu, released a statement following a presidential meeting with 36 state governors on insecurity. In the statement titled President Buhari charges governors to work with traditional rulers for local intelligence, Buhari voiced out about the academic union's 8-month-long strike, stating that the lecturers had not taken into consideration the larger challenges facing the country. Meanwhile, the Labour Minister Ngige speaks on ASUU strike, says lecturers misrepresenting agreement. Mr. Ngige says some of the offers made to ASUU have timelines, same timelines have been complied with. Alright, the Minister of Labour and Productivity, Chris Ngige, has just circulated the statement below, providing updates on the ongoing strike by ASUU and the steps so far taken by government to resolve the crisis. Mr. Ngige accused ASUU of misrepresenting some of the agreements government reached with it. The truth of the matter is that a gentleman agreement was reached at the last meeting, in which ASUU agreed to call off strike before December 9, 2020. And the minister in turn agreed that once the strike is called off, he would get a presidential waiver for ASUU to be paid the remainder of their salaries on or before December 9, 2020, the minister said. All right, and as it is, press statement, we have kept our promises to ASUU federal government. All right, the federal government has faulted claims by the president of the Academic Staff Union of University, Asuu Biodun Ogunyemi, that it has failed to deliver on the timelines on offers made to the union and that university teachers cannot return to classes on empty stomach. Dismissing the claims by Asuu, the Minister of Labour and Employment, Senator Chris Ngige, said that while it is true that some of the offers made to Asuu have timelines and same timelines have faithfully been complied with. For instance, the federal government promised to constitute a negotiation committee for the 2009 agreement and has fulfilled it with the last week's inauguration of the committee that has Professor Muzali as chairman. The 40 billion naira earned academic allowances and earned allowances have also been processed, just as the 30 billion naira revitalization fund, bringing it to a total of 70 billion naira. Likewise, the visitation panels for the universities have been approved by the president, but the panel cannot perform its responsibilities until the short universities are reopened. The gazetting is also being rounded off at the office of the Attorney General of the Federation, while the Ministry of Education is ready to inaugurate the various visitation panels. Similarly, government agreed to pay salaries, allowances of end academic allowances and end allowances with a hybrid platform that is not 100% EPPIS as requested by Asuu, while UTAS is use undergoing usability and integrity text at National Information Technology Development Agency as demanded by Asuu. I therefore state without equivocation that every offer with timeline has been faithfully fulfilled as promised by government. The minister noted that it is false and discomforting for Asuu to wrongly inform the general public that the federal government agreed to pay all withheld salaries before it will resume work. The truth of the matter is that a gentleman agreement was reached at the last meeting in which Asuu agreed to call off strike before December 9, 2020, and the minister in turn agreed that once the strike is called off, he would get a presidential waiver for Asuu to be paid the remainder of their salaries on or before December 9, 2020. Part of the proposal Asuu took back on November 27, 2020 reads, the Honorable Minister of Labour and Employment informed that he had consulted with the Honorable Minister of Education on getting a waiver on the issue of no work, no pay as stipulated in Sect 43 of the Trade Dispute Act Cap T8 laws of the Federation of Nigeria, LFN 2004. But a reservation has been made concerning this request because of the ongoing strike by Asuu. The HML and E therefore agreed to work on this to be actualized before Wednesday, December 9, 2020. For avoidance of doubt and for clarity, it should be stated that Asuu began warning strike on March 9, 2020 and went into full-blown industrial action on the 23rd of the same month over IPPIS payment platform. With the lockdown at the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic, the minister got a special presidential approval to demonstrate good faith to Asuu members that government is not on vengeful mission or out to starve Asuu to death, as some of them are claiming. They were subsequently paid for 2 months of February and March, after which it was extended to April, May, and June, months they were on strike on compassionate ground, bringing it to 5 months. This was done because of the COVID-19 pandemic. All right, and that is it on this one. Meanwhile, let me have your take on this, and remember to subscribe for more updates. Thanks and God bless.